Hi guys. So I moved onto the floor because I needed a change of pace. YouTube is doing weird things with this retreat, so it has uploaded the first one and it's uploaded the one I just did. But the two from this morning, it hasn't uploaded yet. It's very weird, so we'll see. I assume by the morning it will figure it all out. But I just went outside and I had my afternoon feast. So the things that I have been feasting on, I will just share with you before we do our meditation. I have a fig tree that I planted. The first year we moved, we bought this house. We've been here like 6 years now, I think. So it's ginormous now. And it's been filled with green figs for a month. And we're like, when are these figs going to ripen? Because we remember last year we had the most delicious figs, and they just wouldn't ripen and wouldn't ripen. Now they're ripening. So now I've got beautiful figs. So I go out and eat 3 or 4 of them every day. And I need to get a ladder out because now the tree is so big that there's some very tempting figs that are just too high for me. The other thing that I really wanted to share with you guys is I planted this year ground cherries. If you have never grown ground cherries, I just got some seeds on eBay. And it's a bush that grows about, gosh, I would say like 3.5 feet tall at its height, and it's now about that high. And you get these little green lanterns that then turn yellow like this. And I had never heard of these. And you open them up, and you have the most delicious little cherries inside. They taste more like a kind of tart apple, but with the consistency, the texture of a cherry. They will get like really brown like this and fall, and then the cherry looks a little bit riper, but they actually don't taste that much better. I don't think. It's a little sweeter. They're so good. They're so good. They're so good. Hi, Katie. Hi, Kate. So glad you guys are back. Kate, I didn't know if you'd make it back in time. But I'm so glad you guys have been checking in on Facebook. I know there's a few of you who have been in here but have not been able to comment, and I'm just so glad you're checking in on Facebook. I added a few new people to the group. So I added Nikki and I added Guy because they were already friends of mine. And I can't believe this is the last one of the day. I feel like this was a good day's work done. Have a bit of a headache just from kind of thinking so much and looking at a computer screen. So after this I will go for a walk and then have some dinner. And then we will do personalized meditations for people in the morning. But this one should be nice. I do want to try one thing. So one thing I've wanted to try for a while with these meditations is I'm wondering, I personally like meditations that are just drumming or just shakers. I never think I'm going to. I'm always like, oh, it's just a drum. But then I have the most intense meditations. So I'm wondering if ASMR trigger sounds would work for that. So what I think I'm going to do with this meditation today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of hair brushing to relax you. So we'll get the ASMR in there. Then we're going to do a future meditation very similar to the past life regression we did for the last video. And then I think as a lot of the future meditation, clearly, if it's really going to be your future, I can't guide you through it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to do some tapping. I have my life purpose cards. Any of you who want a life purpose oracle card who haven't had one, I think most of you from the group have, but I know Nikki hasn't, and I'm happy to pull life purpose cards for people. And so I think I'm going to do some tapping, maybe a little bit with my nails, but just more gentle with my fingers, and see if that helps with the meditation or not. So it's a bit of a test, and you guys can let me know what you think. Otherwise, it would be like, you know, it would be really interesting to have like a plastic bag crinkle meditation. I don't know. As I've mentioned before, I'm not triggered by just sounds. There are a few sounds in role plays that will trigger me, but just sounds don't work for me. I wish they did. It would make life so much easier. There would be so many more ASMR videos that I could get triggered from if I like just sounds, but I just don't. I'm high maintenance, I guess, when it comes to my ASMR. So I'm going to do that. And then if you guys have any questions or comments, and then I'm going to leave you for the evening. And I'm going to try to recuperate. Do you know I went to bed at 9:30 last night? Even that 1 minute. Well, I mean, I had worked in the morning, but that one video, they kind of wear, the meditations really do kind of wear me out. It's not like a regular job where you go in and I can work 4 hours and then I take a break and then I work another 4 hours. After an hour, you know, with like a 15-20 minute meditation, I'm wiped. So, hi Mindy, so glad you're back. I'm gonna try and see if there's anything else I need to chat about before we start, just because I want to make sure that everybody who wants to be here gets in here. I have more of my wine. Ooh, I should have brought my chocolate. I get to dig into my chocolate soon. And then I get to do some ruins for you guys soon. Now that I made ruins, I could even pull some for you. If you don't mind me looking up the meaning, I can pull some ruins for you at the end of this if you want. But we'll see how much time we have. I think this one's going to be pretty quick because there's not a lot of talking for me to do for a future life regression. So if any of you are new, my guess is probably right now there aren't, but people will be watching these. If you did not watch the past life regression, the thing I said is I don't know if you really are going to see your future. I think there are some people who are very psychic who probably do. I don't trust that I do. I have kind of found from my experience that I'm not terribly psychic. I don't see a lot into the future. That's my definition of psychic. It could be wrong. I don't see a lot into the future. I tap into the energies of now. So nothing I tell you can't be changed. Nothing you see can't be changed. It's really like, even when I'm doing future, it's about now. It's about like, here's a way of telling me what I should be doing now. That is what this may be for you. But I really, part of me does believe there are some people who really do very good predictions, and they may see an actual future. Again, I don't believe that it can't be changed, but that with the path they are on right now, that is their future and may come to pass. But again, I think it's often ways of hearing stories. So, all right. So with that, I'm going to get started on the role play part. I think it's going to be kind of a role play because I can't necessarily think of a logical segue as to why I'm brushing your hair. I like the sound of hair brushing, but if you'll notice some of my videos, the reason they're crazy is because I just really cannot think of a logical reason. I mean, unless I'm cutting your hair. I can't think of any situation in my life, unless you're my child and you're probably crying the whole time. He hates when I brush his hair because his hair is curlier than mine, and we keep it really long because I love it, and there will be a day when he won't let me keep it long, but it's, you know, I mean, doesn't look like girls' hair, but it's longish, and so he gets tangles on the back of his head. And luckily I have curly hair, which my mother didn't, so I remember having somebody take a comb from the top and trying to comb down my hair. For those of you who have curly hair, you're automatically going to be going, ah! So I know to, you know, hold the top and brush from the bottom, move my way up, but he still hates it. He doesn't like me to brush it. So honestly, having curly hair myself and brushing his hair, the brushing hair is not a really relaxing thing for me. I do have one of my best friends is a hairdresser, and she does my hair, and it is very relaxing, except she and I are usually talking shit the whole time. So, but, and that is relaxing for me. But salons are always so noisy. And so I work in one, so we kind of have, like, where I do massages is like way hidden in the back, and it's nice and quiet, and I usually kind of run back there because I'm very sensitive to sound and things like that. And so the salon side is so noisy, and they're all talking smack, and so it's a lot. So it's not really a relaxing environment to me. And now I go to my girlfriend's house when she does my hair, so that's relaxing. But a salon environment is not relaxing to me. There's very few salons that, especially with the noise of blow dryers and stuff, it's very hard for them to make it a kind of quiet, relaxing space. So, yes, we're going to be the ghost of Christmas future, exactly, but you can change it. This is not. I wish I knew the words of what the ghost of Christmas future says. I don't think he says anything because he's death, isn't he? He's like the Grim Reaper, and he just kind of points. And it's Scrooge that says, "But this does not have to be." So, okay. So I'm getting ready to do this role play, and I'll see if I can think anyway to brush your hair, and I probably can't, so I'm probably just going to brush your hair. Okay, I'm going to center myself for a minute, and then we're going to jump in. Hi, Sophie. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Sophie. I didn't think we'd get you. So, Sophie, at the end, you'll need to let me know if you want me to pull any cards or anything for you, anything you missed. All right, centering myself. I'm going to relax and then head to the future. Hi. How you doing? Okay, are you ready for tonight? Yeah, it's going to be kind of intense. It's been an intense day, so I think you can handle it, okay? All right, so I am going to start off. We've smudged you. You've been anointed earlier in the day. So I'm going to jump right into brushing your hair to relax you and kind of ground you. We'll do some brushing at the end too to kind of bring you back into your body, okay? Is that all right? You don't mind me getting that close? All right, so I'm just going to gently brush your hair. Yeah, I think the head massage earlier today kind of messed your hair up a little bit. Not too bad, but you got a few tangles in there. So how have you been finding the retreat so far? Good? Yeah, no, I try to do a personalized session for everyone in the retreat at some point. So I know you had requested the hair brushing as your relaxation treatment. That's nice. Yeah, it's very relaxing. And you have beautiful straight hair, very dark too. I like the color. Are you starting to feel nice and relaxed? Good. And your hair's looking beautiful. Okay. All right. And I know as your meditation, you had requested a future life journey, correct? Okay. Yeah, that's fun. I like to do those myself quite a lot. So Did you learn much from the past life regression we did as a group? Good, good, good. So I think since this is coming right after that, it may be very insightful for you, okay? All right. Do you want to sit or lay down? Which is more comfortable for you? Okay. So take a few deep breaths. Let your body completely relax. And again, I want you to picture your body where it is sitting. As you rise up a foot above your body, looking down, knowing that when you return to this body, you will be different. You will have new knowledge and further growth. Now I want you to rise up, up, up to the cloud that takes you journeying to different lives and different times. But walk along that cloud for a bit, and soon you come to the raised platform with a table surrounded by your guides and ancestors. I want you to ask if any of your guides would like to take you on this journey to your future. One of your guides may stand up and join you, or you may feel drawn to one of your guides and you can walk over to them at the table. Take their hand or paw and lead them to the journey cloud. And as that cloud begins to move, you head towards the tunnel of light. As the cloud enters the tunnel, you feel a deep sense of peace and harmony and health and well-being. Ask Spirit to take you where you need to go to learn about your future, what it needs to tell you for right now. And as you exit the tunnel, you head down. Look at the ground where you will land. Is it rocky? Is there grass? Are you in a city? Or out in the country? Do you recognize this land? And as you step out, look at your body and see if you can tell your age. You may only be able to tell by the way you feel. You may also watch your future as if it were a movie. Are you someplace familiar? Are you near a building or out in nature? You begin to walk your guide may take you somewhere. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? But most of all, how do you feel? Are there people around you? What is the weather? Are you just waking up in the morning? Or are you in the middle of your day? If you are unsure of what is happening, you can ask your guide. See how your guide directs you. What do you need to see to help guide you in your life right now? See the piece of your future that you need to see. You and your guide can return to the journey cloud. As the cloud floats up, it returns to the tunnel of light. You can there ask Spirit any questions about what you saw. Spirit can clarify what your vision may tell you about what you need to do right now. Now the journey cloud exits the white tunnel and you leave this deep feeling of peace and calm, but retain a piece of it inside of you. And as you return to where your guide sits, walk with your guide back to the table. Ask your guides if they have anything to tell you about your vision. Ask if your guides have a gift for you to help you remember what you saw and learn. This may be a thought, or an emotion, or an actual item. You may also find an item over the next few days sink down through the roof of where you are and picture yourself below. Acknowledge that you have grown and found a new piece of the puzzle to lead to the next level in your life. Enter your body, hear the sounds around you. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. How are you doing? Good. Now, I want you to still picture your hair and see it growing down, down, down into the earth. Your hair grows and connects you with the earth that grounds you and supports you and returns you to your body. Let the brushing of your hair bring you back to this world, to this time, but with the knowledge that you have acquired. And you look calm and rejuvenated, and your hair looks fabulous. All right, we're back. I love future journeys. So let's see who jumped in. Yeah, live hangouts have totally changed my YouTube experience. I have almost always done my YouTube videos in one shot. I will sometimes do editing just to like add a better mic, or because like I can't record my mic and my camera at the same time for some reason. I have to record my mic in Audacity and then record with my camera and then merge them. And I will sometimes cut out stupid stuff that I say, which is kind of amazing considering how much stupid stuff still gets in. But since I did it that way, I figure why don't I try doing them live? I actually started doing, I have a channel called Boxtopia ASMR, and I unbox subscription boxes on there. And I thought, wouldn't it be great to do that live? I think that may have been the first live one I did, as I did on Boxtopia. No, it wasn't. I did one on here first because I wanted to do a live meditation, because I just thought, how awesome would it be to get feedback right away from you guys? So I'm glad you liked the hair brushing. And that seems to be the way a lot of silly role play stuff works for me. I just have to be like, oh, so you've asked me to do this? Okay. So, yes, we love Miss Bunny Whispers. If you guys don't know her channel, yeah, you got to check out her channel too. I like that we have more ASMR artists on here too. So we have Ayurvedica Shakti, who I know can't comment. She's got a great channel. We have Liz, which is Miss WhispersinBloom, which is, actually, I don't want to say that. She's WhispersinBloom if you're looking for her channel. And then Miss Bunny Whispers, who does just great. She's just so cute. She's so cute. So we are reaching the end of this part of the retreat. We'll probably have a long one tomorrow because, well, I don't know. It depends on how many people want personalized meditations. So the way, again, I do the personalized meditations for those of you who are new is I take you in kind of groups of 3, and I do a long meditation that's sort of in 3 sections, and you will know which section is for you. And I do them on the spot. They're not pre-prepared. So it's fine for you to come live tomorrow at 9 and just say, hey, I'd like a personalized meditation. I will probably not do more than 9 because, and I know I have at least 2 that I've already requested on the Facebook group. I did 12 last time, and I was like a zombie. It really took a lot out of me because it really just is how spirit takes me. And a lot of it is based on, like, sometimes I know you guys need to go places I've gone before, but I never know that until I'm right in the moment. And I'm just like, oh, we're going to that place. Okay. And then we go there. So, so we will do that. So I don't know if anybody wants a life purpose card. If you're interested in the Destiny Workshop, this is a good place to start too. Plus, they're just beautiful cards. I really like them. So if anybody wants that, I'm trying to think of anything else. The link for the Destiny Workshop is below. It is a $35 suggested donation, but I'd rather have people in the group if they want to be there. So feel free to let me know if you can't afford it, but you really want to be there. Because otherwise you won't have access to those videos. Those are not going to be public. And then I'm trying to think of what else. This has been better than I expected. I expected it to be awesome. It has been better than I expected. Last night was more fun than I expected. I did not know I would get so much participation, and I think it's because we did the chakra workshop together, and because we kind of got to know each other on Facebook. I don't think people would have been as willing to kind of participate in that. So that just worked out. That just worked out perfectly. So I'm going to pick a life purpose card for Nikki because I know she hasn't had one before, because Nikki doesn't usually make these live, and I'm so glad she's here. It's very exciting to have some of my favorite ASMR artists that come on here. Although it's not any more exciting than the people I love from my Facebook group. I don't want anybody to feel like, because they don't do videos, that I don't love them just as much. And you know, Stephanie's been doing videos too, if you guys haven't checked out her channel. And Stephanie's put her channel name in the, it might just be Stephanie ASMR. She's got 2 new ones out, and I've watched one of them. I haven't watched the second one yet, though. So this is for Nikki. Oh, Nikki. Lucky girl. So Nikki, you got infinite abundance. Look at how beautiful that one is. Oh, she does have wings. So I've mentioned that these are kind of angel-oriented. Take it or leave it. I see them as spirit, whatever. So you are fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. So I'm going to just look this one up for you just because I've never read this one before. These are new cards for me. I've had them for what? When did I get them, you guys? Like 3 weeks ago or something? 3 weeks ago or a month ago maybe. So I haven't read all of these yet. And I tend to pull the same cards for me all the time. So when I pull my cards, I don't read through all of them. This card provides the reassurance that as you focus upon being of service and following your inner guidance, your needs are taken care of. The more you can let go of worry and trust in the universe's infinite abundance, the faster your flow of abundance comes to you. Always remember that prayer and positive feelings improve situations, while worries worsen everything. You can give any concerns over to God and the angels for healing. The abundance comes to you in unexpected ways, so you needn't waste time or energy trying to guess how your needs will be met. Instead, devote your thoughts and actions to following the voice within you. This is your career partner and manager, as it's the voice of your unanswered prayers. all prayers are heard and answered, listen especially to the response that comes to you in the form of intuition. Hold positive visions and feelings of being financially secure. Affirm that this is your truth right now. See and feel yourself completely supported, and it is so. You will be given specific directions as to how to enact the answers to your prayers. It's essential that you create quiet time to listen to this inner guidance and then act upon it without delay or hesitation. I so wish I had found meditation like this when I was younger. I did some guided meditations when I was younger, but I didn't trust myself to lead myself in guided meditations. I think I just partially wasn't ready either. And then I went through a phase recently over the past 2 or 3 years where I decided meditation is something I needed to do, but I would try to do my mindful meditation, so I would try and clear my mind. That does not work for me. I can do it, but it's like a chore. It's awful because I'm trying to block out everything. So now that I'm doing these meditations, I'm not obsessing about things that are going on in my life. I am going somewhere else. I meditate like 3 times a day. I love it, love it, love it. It's wonderful. So I'm glad that made sense to you, Nikki. And I would love to pick one. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember your name. I have it written down. Cow Tippin 23. I think is it Lauren? I don't know. Tell me again. I apologize. It takes me a few times to get the usernames connected with the names of the people. But I think it's Lauren. Okay. Oh, I'm glad that was comfort to you. That's what I like cards for. I don't want to tell people their future. I don't think I can anyway. I want people to use the cards to kind of hear their inner voice that they may not have been listening to. So this one is for you. The person I think is Lauren. Count up in 23. So counseling. So this is a card I pull all the time because I am a counselor. And I'll read you the full thing because sometimes when you pull the card, you're like, I'm not a counselor. I have no desire to be a counselor. And then when I read you the full thing, it may make sense. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathic ear. So counseling is not necessarily about a career choice. People frequently reveal their deepest secrets and worries to you because you're a natural counselor who channels wise advice and kind support. This card comes as a counselor for you, advising you to choose a career path involving this type of work. Since you're already performing the functions of a counselor, you might as well receive remuneration. In addition to the emotional fulfillment that counseling brings you, the angels can support any need or desire you may have for classes that will teach you skills and lead to proper licensure. Your counseling path can be along the lines of coaching, where you help clients organize their goals and intentions into achievable steps, or you can blend in spirituality through traditional pastoral counseling or via the more alternative path of giving readings. Your work could also involve writing or teaching. The main point is that this life purpose uses words as a healing modality. With the proper training, you're highly qualified to conduct counseling work. Please don't think that your own life needs to be perfect before you can help others. All counselors have their own ego issues and human imperfections. That's why we usually go into counseling. Because we worked through things and we want to help other people to do it too. The point isn't whether you have these character and life quirks, it's what you do with them that counts. As long as you listen to your client's feelings with an open mind and heart, their needs will be served. So that is your counseling card. Yeah, I'm happy to pick you a card, Sophie. Have I picked you a life purpose card before? I don't know if I have, but it's always helpful. I often do a 3-card spread with life purpose cards because I don't have just one life purpose, and my life purpose has changed over my life. And it's also, I've got multiple dimensions right now. So even if I have pulled you a card, Sophie, I'm happy to. Oh, so I did pull you one last time. Yeah, I'm happy to pull you another one. Okay. Children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. Let's see what it says here. Sophie, tell me what I pulled for you last time. I'd be curious. You have an affinity for young people, which is why you drew this card. Helping children is an important and much-needed function since the world's youth needs understanding adults. Kids naturally trust you and look to you for leadership. I think I might have pulled environment for you last time, I'm thinking. Consider devoting your time and talents to helping them keep their minds and hearts open to love. In this way, you contribute to developing a world of sensitive and caring future leaders. Your life purpose can follow many avenues, including raising your own children or spending time with those of a close friend or relative. Ask Archangel Metatron. Oh yeah, these are very angel-oriented. The angel of sensitive young people, to guide your actions so that they're best suited to your abilities and help children most effectively. Any of your natural instincts, such as writing, art, music, animals, sports, and so forth, can be a way to help heal and support children. If you need additional training or ideas, the angels will guide you. Yeah, Tom, I'm happy to pull you a card. Oh, I picked counseling for you last time. It is Lauren. I was right. Okay. See, I'm better than I thought. I picked counseling for you. Okay, so it may, again, counseling may be, you somehow need to be in a helping profession. But sometimes you're the counselor for your friends. So I picked counseling for you. Makes more sense to you now? Okay. Yeah, I think people hear counseling and they're like, I don't want to be a counselor. And then they don't kind of listen to, it can be writing to help people. It can be music to help people. It can be, I feel like what I do right now is counseling. It's almost more counseling than when I was doing social work. So this is for Tom. Oh, I'd love to pick you a card, Maggie. Maggie, you're new. I'm so glad you're here. Tom, you got oracle cards. So I'm going to have to read that one for you because I don't know what that means. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. I like that I've never pulled music for you. That's awesome. Again, they're usually a lot better to do 3-card spreads. Maybe I'll do 3-card. You know, in the Destiny Workshop, I'll do 3-card spreads for everybody because that made it much clearer for me. You have an affinity for working with oracle cards, and they speak to you as whispers from the angels. This card comes to you as a validation of the thought you've had of incorporating oracle card readings into your career. I don't know if you have or not. You could give readings as a full-time occupation where you offer guidance and advice to answer clients' questions. There's your next ASMR video, Tom. I mentioned last time, during the introduction, that Tom has a great channel too. And you can just click on ASMR machine. Or you may incorporate card readings as an aspect of your healing profession, for instance, by using the words on the front as a focal point as you begin your sessions. Oracle cards can also give you personal guidance that can boost any career path. So if anybody had told me 2 or 3 years ago that I would be doing live oracle card readings for people. We've laughed at them. I've always been interested in tarot. I've played with tarot since I was in high school. It's freaked me out a few times, so I have shied away from it. One of my best friends in high school, her mom was a tarot reader and an accountant. So, okay, let me catch up here. I pulled a card for Tom. I'm going to pull one for Maggie. All right, bye, Katie. I will have a wonderful night. I will veg out, I think. I'm going to read some books. I'm reading a good book on creating sacred space, which is very interesting. And I hope you can make it tomorrow. Oh, and maybe you need to write some kids fiction. Ha-ha. There you go. That's why the 3-card spread usually is more helpful. Okay, well, we'll see. Who knows? Who knows what that card means, Tom? All right, this is for Maggie. Flowers. I've never pulled this card before either. Isn't that a beautiful card? Look at that card. She is gorgeous. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So let's read what this says. And again, because I'm just pulling one, the likelihood that I'm going to pull the one that is your life purpose, that's it, done. Kind of unlikely. The first one I pulled was not. The first one I pulled was counselor, I think, which has kind of been my life purpose, but it's kind of wavered. So this is probably part of what needs to be in your life. This card signifies your special connection to flowers whose fragrance, color, and beauty provide healing blessings. I'll be interested to hear if that's true, Maggie. As you grow, admire, photograph, and work with blossoms, so too does your connection with the divine blossom. Your affinity for flowers is just beginning, and spending time among them will help every part of your life bloom. You may literally work with flowers, for example, as a gardener, florist, or flower essence healer. Or it may be that spending personal time with these lovely features of the natural world spark your creative ideas about a new career path. So whether your relationship with flowers is destined to become a career or an avocation, spend time with them today. Walk through a flower shop and notice which color blooms you're drawn to. This flower holds healing properties that you need right now. If possible, take it home and spend time absorbing its color and fragrance. Trust the flower's wisdom and power to help you open your life purpose pathway. That's a beautiful card. Well, of course I'm going to pick you, but I don't want to call you by your username. So you have to know your real name, because I don't think you did last time. So those of you who have really silly usernames, as I have a really silly username, although you can always call me Nutty. I have some people who comment, and even though I call myself Jess all the time and I respond to every comment with Jess, they still call me Miss Nutty, which I kind of like. So, all right. Yeah, Maggie, well, maybe you need to spend some time with flowers. Keep your eyes open. That's what I hope these oracle cards do. It's tapping somewhat into the energy. I don't think it's telling you you are a flower. You have a job related to flowers. But it's telling you that that's something that might be important in your life and you need to check it out. Okay. All right. Pulling this card for the gentleman. I assume the gentleman, maybe not, with the interesting username. So you've got family. Loving your friends and family is central to your life purpose. So let me read it for you. I've gotten this one before. You drew this card to remind you that your life purpose begins at home. You serve an important function through your relationships with the members of your family. This includes the prayers you say on their behalf, the kindness you bestow, and the compassion you have for their actions. This card is also indicative of some forgiveness work that will benefit everyone concerned. You can start the process simply by holding the intention to clear the energy with your loved ones. You already know the people whom you need to forgive, and your first thoughts on this subject were your indicators. A life purpose doesn't necessarily mean a wage-paying career. It's a scope of experience in which you devote yourself to developing your ability to fully love. For most people, relationships with family are grist for the mill in terms of learning to rise above ego challenges. As you focus upon your loved ones' inner beauty, you begin to see it within yourself and all of life. Today, say prayers for the health and happiness of every family member and notice your inner responses to these blessings. You'll experience newfound peace, which will benefit you in countless ways. I hope that resonates with you, Paul. And again, if it doesn't, maybe it's something you need to look at. If that's not something you're focusing on right now. You have 4 boys, so family's there. Family's a big one. Okay, so I think that's probably it. I don't see any more requests, and let's rehash a little bit. So yesterday morning we got rid of any remaining burdens that were holding us back from and taking up space that needed to be filled with new gifts. So then early this morning we had our flower meditation and received some gifts there. And then we tried to have Liz on, but we're going to have Liz tomorrow, thank goodness. And WhispersinBloom. So for those of you who love WhispersinBloom, she will be on tomorrow. Who doesn't love WhispersinBloom? If you don't, you just don't know her. And then we had a strength meditation that also gave us some gifts. And then we had a gift meditation on top of that when we met the dragon. And then we had a past life regression, and now we've had a future life regression. And hopefully your puzzle is coming along nicely with all of these different pieces. And then we can sort of incorporate that in, and we'll be on a whole new level. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to do personal meditations for everyone who's here live. It'll be at 9 a.m. New York time. And the meditations will be created on the spot for you. So if you're going to be here live, you can let me know you'd like one. I have a few people who've requested in the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group, let me know if you would like to be, and you can request one on there if you're not going to be able to be there live. It's been a wonderful day. I am tired. A lot of spirit flowing through. Gonna have to find a trashy book, I think. I don't have anything trashy I'm reading right now. So I'll have to find something that's kind of mindless or watch. For those of you, I hate to throw it, I'm actually not going to throw it out there. I'm going to be kind of secretive about it. Because Drew has given me a fantastic new series idea. And luckily there are some television shows I can watch that kind of will give me ideas about that. It's going to be very cool. I'm very excited about it. Drew is my muse. I don't know if he didn't know about this or he just couldn't make it, but hopefully he'll watch on the replay. And thank you to all of you, especially those of you who have really spent all of your Saturday with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope it has been enlightening. I hope you have learned things you didn't know. I hope you were able to meditate a little bit more by the end if you struggle with meditation. And I hope it feels like a day well spent for you, because it sure does for me. So, good night, guys. I'm going to go have some dinner and go for a walk. All right. Love you. I'll talk to you guys soon, and I'm sure we will catch up in the Facebook group on and off all evening. Okay.